Welcome to Exploring a D-Rob. Let's go. Welcome back. Here we go. We're headed through the gateway to adventure. First week of October, starting to get some color. Gonna go out and revisit Indian Staircase. Saw a few pictures there from yesterday. Got some really nice color, so brought my camera with me. Gonna try to catch some of that color and revisit one of the best loop hikes in the Gorge, Indian Staircase loop. I already have an Indian Staircase video, but I'll go ahead and give directions today anyway. You want to come around through the Native Tunnel, follow 77 around to 715. Once you're on 715, go out there roughly 3 miles. Be a parking area on the left, be at Bison Way Trailhead. I always enjoy pulling into an empty parking lot. Hopefully that means we've got the area to ourselves today. As I mentioned, we got a video of this area. I'll add a link to the description if I can remember to. We're gonna take Bison Way Trailhead. Gonna follow around through here until we reach the shelter we trace. Once we reach the shelter we trace, we'll make a left, head out towards the unofficial Indian Staircase Trail. It's only the first week of October. As you can see here behind me, starting to get a little early color. As you follow Bison Way around, you'll come to a little junction here. It's not really a junction because this is the only actual trail, the one that cuts downhill. You'll see some small logs laying here, limbs. It's a user trail, cuts around through here. A lot of people get confused and take this by accident. This is an unofficial trail. If you do follow it, it'll bring you up the left side of Sergeant's Branch. You'll go out through there, and it's less than a mile, I guess. You'll come across Sergeant's Branch, and whenever you come back up to the Sheltoy, you'll be right below the Indian Staircase unofficial trail. But I'm gonna take the usual route. Continue to follow Bison Way on around to the shelter we trace. I'm not going to act like I've never used a shortcut to cut out a switchback, but this one here is quite ridiculous. This is very well beaten, and the trail is literally right there. Goes right up through there, and it's not near as steep as this. This is the kind of stuff I just don't understand. As the Bison Way meets the shelter we trace, we're gonna make a left on the shelter we trace, head uphill here. After you make the second little log crossing over the drainage, you'll come up, you'll see a well-beaten path going uphill here to the right. This tree with the trail marker and shelterwee turtle on it will be a good indicator. Also, the tree with the big spray painted red arrow is still here. Anyway, I'm gonna head up through here. This is the unofficial Indian Staircase Trail. if the climb up the hill from the shelter didn't get you warmed up or breathing heavy. This little scramble up through here should. As you get to the base of the cliff line here, start to see some color. A little step over here to the right. Get a picture of Trinity Arch. After you check out Trinity Arch, just make your way back over. Follow the trail up here to the left. Takes around to the base of the Indian Staircase. As you get up to this first little section, before you get around to the actual staircase, turn around, take in the view. Afterwards, just make your way across through here. And you'll come out here kind of towards the end. You'll see some footholds in the rock. This is the first section of the Indian Staircase. As I mentioned in my original Indian Staircase video, if you need to, put her in four-wheel drive. Use your hands and your feet to get up through here if it makes you more comfortable. Once you've made it up this short section, just continue to work your way up. Pretty easy walking up through this little section here. And you'll come to this little section here where you see the sandstone wore down pretty good. And in my first video, I mentioned you could use this little tree here, help yourself up to this little section of the rock, or use this little area here to wedge your foot in. Step up to here and on up. Also, you can come over to here and work your way right around through here. Gets a little narrow right here, but that's also an option. This little portion right here is probably the part most people have the most trouble out of. If you come along, do whichever's most comfortable for you. If you have somebody with you, don't be afraid to ask for a little help. Now, as we turn around here, this is the actual staircase. Once again, if you need to, don't be afraid to put her in four-wheel drive. And when you get high enough and feel comfortable enough to turn around, just check out those views. This maple right here is really showing off. Super vibrant. Main reason I came today, instead of a little later on when there's more color, saw some pictures of Indian Staircase yesterday. Saw all these nice red maples up along the staircase. What I have planned to do, brought my camera, hoping to get to this little overlook right here. Gives you a good shot straight across at Indian Staircase. Gonna pop on the 70 to 200, see if I can't get a few good images. Got the good vibrant colors going on. Thought I'd try a few shots from over here as well. If they turned out worth anything, here's the shot. Got a little carried away with the photo op and took a little longer than I wanted to here, but Hard to beat these views from the top of Indian Staircase. As the sun's coming on out more, might have put the camera up a little too early. You see a little valley fog starting to creep in down towards the end of Sergeant's Branch over to Lady Creek. Unfortunately, once you get to the top of Indian Staircase, up here in this flat area just above the Overlook, got a nice big fire ring. Got some campsites literally just out of sight right here. Ain't nothing a bigger eyesore than a big campfire right over next to an overlook. Well, I'd avoided and I ran earlier about the spray paint on the tree, but fire ring got me on that one. If you come over just to the right, once you get to the top of Indian Staircase, if you look down to your left, see Shawnee Arch. Continue to work your way on around through here, following around kind of close to the cliff edge. Gonna head out and check out Frog's Head. If you notice, not a whole lot of color, just these few reds mostly around the edge of the cliff line. Most of these appear to be young maple trees. I've had a few cold mornings. A couple mornings with some patchy frost. Really got some of these maples showing off. Got a trip coming up. I'm gonna head down into the mountains, try to catch some fall foliage. Hopefully chase some waterfalls if there's some rain between now and then. Probably try to revisit this area when I get back. Should be at about peak in about, let's say, 2 weeks. Likely to be peak here. As you come out to where the cliff line starts to make a bend, you come over and look down to your left just a little bit, you'll see Frog's Head. After you pass Frog's Head, just find your way on around, kind of staying close to the cliff edge. Should be able to pick up a user trail around through here that mostly follows on top of exposed rock. Makes for easy walking around through here. This will bring you out at the end of Council's Chamber. Come through some rhododendron, make your way down to Council's Chamber. One of my favorite rock shelters in the gorge. As you come on around, you'll see this little fenced-in area. Be a good outdoorsman, just stay out of that area there. As you'll see, small patches of greenery here. That's white-haired goldenrod. As you come on around towards the end of the rock shelter here, you'll see where a large iron deposit has fell out. Right here. Don't remember who it was, but saw a YouTube video. Someone called that the Ohm Dome. That is not the Ohm Dome. We'll follow a little goat path on around through here. We'll come out to the Ohm Dome here in a minute. Still a pretty neat little section though. As I mentioned, the trail on around through here is kind of a goat path. See the trail going out through here. You'll see maybe 10 feet away. There's the edge of the cliff line. If you're afraid of heights, just don't be looking to your left. Trail out through here is well beaten. And the only place that it really gets close to the edge is where you see this tree leaned over here. Look down to your left. Also, if you look across here, get a good look back over towards the Indian staircase. As you come to a little bit of an opening here, you got a rock shelter to the right. This is the rock shelter where we'll find the Om Dome. Come on out past this big rock to the left here. And if you look to the right, just past that, here you'll find Om Dome. Om. One more time before you start up, you get close to the edge again here. Also, look across, great view of Indian staircase. Go on and get the camera out. Get a few shots of Indian staircase from a distance. We zoom in here. See, there's a lot of nice color up through there. Hopefully I get some decent shots. If I do, here they are. As you come up from the overlook of Indian Staircase, you come out to a nice campsite. Good place to camp. Make our way over this user tree, make a left, head out to the shelter we trace. Once you come out and intersect the shelter we trace, come down, make a left onto the shelter we trace. Go a short distance out through here, we'll come to our next junction. As you come around, you'll see two trees with blazes, one here, one here. As you come straight ahead, you'll see a tree, no camping here on it. This is where you'll make a left to continue down the shelter we trace. But I'm going to make a right out through here, go check out Adena Arch and Adena Overlook, one of my favorite overlooks in Red River Gorge. As you come out through here towards the Adena Arch, come down this little rock area here. As you'll see, got a little bit of loose sand on it. Could be a little slick, but for the most part, as long as you got good shoes on, it's not bad. Just past that little bit of a rock scramble down, you'll see a rock outcrop coming into view. This is the home of Adena Arch. The Adena Overlook, one of my personal favorite overlooks in the Gorge. After you leave Adena Arch and Overlook, work your way back out the trail to the shelter we trace. When you get to the shelter we trace, we'll make this right downhill. Start our way back towards Bison Way Trailhead. About 100 yards or less down the trail here though, we'll check out Indian Arch. After checking out Indian Arch, I'm gonna head on down out of here. Take the shelter we trace down around the Bison Way on out to the parking area. That's where we'll pick back up. Well, I started downloading my pictures off my camera on the way back to the trailhead, and they just now got done downloading. So didn't get to finish off there in the parking lot. So here we are, headed back out into the real world, coming back through the Nada Tunnel. Right, going in, it's the gateway to adventure. Unfortunately, on the way out, gateway to reality. Hope you enjoyed today's adventure. The Indian Staircase Loop revisited. I'll leave a link to my original Indian Staircase Loop video in the description. It probably gives a little better detailed directions to the Indian Staircase Loop, turn by turn and such. Got to catch a little bit of fall color in the area today. Still a little early, first week of October. But a couple more weeks I think we'll be in peak, and I may have to revisit this sloop again. I visit this sloop several times a year anyway. Never really got to photograph it at peak fall color. Hopefully this year will be the year. I hope you enjoyed today's adventure. If you would, give me that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.